Welcome to Brawlhalla.
You ready?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes, I know they can hear us. You can't trick me.
I can't.
What do you think you're doing? I
Who am
literally
I?
saw
Who
you
are you?
unmute. Hello, everybody.
Hello, welcome to the Friday stream. I know I see some people in chat who've been here multiple times, and I know y'all are like, "Where's Cirrus? Where is he?
Where is he?
Because he is usually my co-companion.
I
on
am
these
Cirrus
Friday
for
streams.
today.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm actually Winan, better known as White Sheepie.
Yes,
Everyone
I'm Duc.
knows you're
Hi.
Duc. Cirrus is at PAX South right now.
Yes. So if you're in the San Antonio area, you can go over to PAX South, maybe meet some of the devs. That's your opportunity to get to a meta dev in person.
Or if you're in Texas, what's up, Texas? That's our hometown. Or just in the South, you know, if you can make it. But PAX South is happening this weekend, and that is where Cirrus is happening, and that is where BMG is going to be.
Literally there right now.
They are there right now, and if you so happen to be at PAX South, why don't you stop by the booth? Because, you know, if you meet a dev,
maybe we'll get a meta dev.
Get a meta dev. That's
maybe.
right. That's right.
Maybe. But for those of you who are watching right now, don't go anywhere because you might have the opportunity to get a community color.
Yeah.
I saw some people in chat who are asking, how does it work? I know it's kind of been the new year and we haven't really been talking about it a whole lot. But Brawlhalla is watching our dev streams and will roll from everyone in chat. So all you have to do is just be in the Twitch chat.
I'm here just temporarily,
That's
all right, y'all. I am a guest. Cirrus will come back, you know, like next week.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. People are like, bring him back. I'm like, I can't. He's literally in a different state. I cannot bring him back.
He's a plane flight away. He'll be back probably next week.
I can't. It's not like I can reach over and be like, Cirrus.
just pick up, call him up from the desk. No, so Sheepie's just here to fill for a little bit.
Yeah.
She very much enjoys 2v2s. So the focus of today is going to be about like what are some tips for 2v2s, and then we'll let her play 2v2s with some of y'all, and I'll answer some community questions.
Yeah. So someone asked me what is my rank. Okay. Well, I actually don't play rank that much, but the last time I played 1v1 ranked. I was high gold, but now, if I'm going to be real, I think I'm kind of, like, I think Cirrus and I are actually around the same level. Like, he's, like, high gold, mid gold.
I think he's, like, low mid gold.
I'm, like, mid gold. Like, I've obviously have played Brawlhalla longer. I've been with Brawlhalla since they were in closed beta, so I just inherently already kind of have, like, you know, like the knowledge and like the muscle memory, but it's more of like it's a practice thing. Cirrus practices way more than I do. Like he sits right next to me in the office. We sit pretty much right next to each other. He practices way more than I do. So that's why I feel like we're on the same level. Even though I have more knowledge and I play other fighting games and things like that, he just practices more. So I think we're kind of on the same level. But last time I played once, I was high gold, and then I mostly played 2v2s. I haven't played in a while, but you and I usually play together.
When you play 2s.
So I will say, whoever's playing some 2s ranked with me today, somebody's going to have to carry me.
A little bit. But yeah, I know someone in chat was asking if y'all will ever get to play 2s with us. Well, guess what? Now's your opportunity. Sheepie, I'm going to let you make a room.
Oh, yeah,
And then we're going to talk a little bit with chat, kind of go overview how do these dev streams work while she sets this up. Again, if you're watching on any of the other things, YouTube, Twitter, Steam, what's up? How's it going? But if you want the opportunity to potentially win some community colors, then you have to hop over to Twitch and be logged in because Brawlhalla can only read through Twitch chat.
Yeah. I think I saw Grave Rage asking what other games I play. I mean, I've played all of them. I've played like MK, Street Fighter, what have you, but my favorite is BlazBlue, hands down. I think I've mentioned that a few times on stream, and it's still the same. That answer has yet to change. It is still BlazBlue. I love BlazBlue the most. It's the only fighting game I'm like I actually will go into training mode and just hound down on just combos for days, like literally. And Duc and I play against each other, and my goodness, Duc can tilt me so much. All right, who is this? Who's in this lobby
so we got 4
with me?
SP who's gonna hop in and play with you. She's gonna be queuing ranked, so if you want to play against her, then find someone in Twitch chat, YouTube chat, whatever chat you want, and maybe you can queue up against us. And of course, there's crossplay, so you can play on anything. But Sheepie's going to play, and then I'll kind of go over some general tips for 2v2s. The way that I think about 2v2s in comparison to 1v1s is like 1v1s is where you can get a lot of that foundation. So start with 1v1s is usually my recommendation. Even though 2s might be more fun because you're bringing your teammate, it's going to be a lot harder to... Whoa, you just like instant backed up.
What happened?
Oh, I guess he swapped out?
He wasn't ready yet.
I
was ready. 4SP, I was ready. Are you ready now? Let me just say, whoever's in this lobby with me, expect to get carried, all right?
Expect to get carried.
I mean,
wow,
wait,
that's very confident.
Wait. Reverse that. Expect to carry me. That's what I meant. No, stop. Stop. No, he has to carry me.
Very confident.
We're just waiting. He was on Barraza, or they. I don't know what. But anyways, yeah.
And the general rule for our streams is like you get one, and then you have to hop out, just so that more people get an opportunity to play.
Ooh, we're being cuties today. Our twos teams is a bunch of cuties. I'm Pearl, and they're Bubblegum.
Pretty solid team. All right. So, again, back to what I was saying earlier. 1v1s is like where you can get a lot of that foundation, kind of understand how your movement and how to use your kit of your character that you want to play, things like that. And then 2v2s is where you can kind of expand on it, right? You can really develop how to chase dodge really effectively, or really develop how to, you know, break your strings up in good ways so that your teammate isn't getting caught inside of it, things like that. But for the purposes of this one, Ann, I'm going to suggest to you to actually be closer to your teammate and try to just focus on following up on him.
Okay, I don't
like to like doing 1v1s, which is
because we're so close together, you know, and that's what Grumpy Temple happens to do. We get so close.
Yeah, Grumpy Temple tends to force like 2 1v1s, which is why it's really important to be good at that 2v2, being able to help your teammate out. Because you see how the red team was sticking up on top of you?
Yes. You know I'm really bad at listening and talking. Okay. I'm trying. Okay, well, this person's doing a great job. Good job, Bubblegum. You don't need me. You're your own independent person. You don't need me.
Well, while Sheepie plays, I'll talk to chat a little bit. I see someone saying that Grumpy Temple isn't their favorite map. That's okay. In ranked, you get to ban out maps, and you can also change it to the tournament pool set of maps. Those are all options that you can just go into your settings when you're queuing. So if there's a map that you don't like, or a map that you're just not comfortable with, maybe you just have a really bad record on that map, you are welcome to ban that one out.
Thank you, Bubblegum! Thank you, Bubblegum!
Why is there no Brawlhalla for Android? There is. You can sign up for the mobile beta over at brawlhalla.com/mobile.
Yes! We're still accepting mobile signups. Duke, I'm gonna let you talk about how you entered that queue, though. There's a queue for it.
Brawlhalla.com/mobile. You fill out the information. There's a queue system, and the more you get like a referral link, and the more you link to other people, then the higher up on that queue you'll go. So that's something to keep in mind with the queue system.
They're chasing Bubblegum.
Are we dropping frames on this?
Are we?
I don't know. I know we were previously. Chat. I see one person saying that we might be dropping some frames. Is that happening? Are we dropping frames? If we are, I might have to find a different solution. You dropping some frames? Okay.
Damn, I got caught in it. Sorry, we're dropping frames.
That's weird. We'll have to look into that one. It might not get fixed till next week, but thanks for the heads up. I'll try to find a different solution in the meanwhile. But yeah, if you have questions about 1v1s, 2v2s, things like that, I'm happy to answer them. If you have questions about when things are going to come into the game, I can't really answer things like that.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So map selection. Right now, there's no plan to like have map picks and bans for ranked, but there is like ways to filter out the maps overall, which is which should meet most of your needs. If you just queue in, or if you change your map selection to be like the tournament pool, or ban out certain maps.
Oh no! Ah!
You're out? Okay.
I'm out.
Now you talk to chat while I try to figure out.
Oh, the frame.
What is
okay.
going on?
Shut down.
I am trying to answer chat. I believe in this bubblegum, but I can already tell you that I was not. So I know Grumpy Temple is not. The Grumpy Temple makes you as a 2v2 team. Usually makes you do 1v1s together, and if y'all are put together, it's really tight, right? So a lot of times I was noticing that, you know, I'm accidentally hitting the bubblegum. Bubblegum's accidentally hitting me. So I could have been more aware of some of the things, you know. Bubblegum and I, we were trying to still get our chemistry on, our synergy on, right? I wasn't really reading what Bubblegum was trying to do, so that's my bad, and that's why I would like go into some of Bubblegum's sig, but Bubblegum took it home anyways! We'll say GG, good job everyone. So already off the bat, I already know, like, I could have done better at, one, following up on Bubblegum's, like, signatures and what Bubblegum was trying to do. And I know I could have definitely, I don't know, I feel like just read more into, like, hey, don't jump into that sig of Bubblegum's. Anyways, thank you, 4SP. You carried me. You did your job today. I don't know if you're in chat either, but if you're in chat, thank you. You did it. You have taught me that I need to pay more attention to my twos partner, because I was definitely dropping. I was hitting you. I was like, you were hitting me. It was a mess, but you took it home. So we got this Mornix in here, Hilly Billy. I'm still gonna play Pearl. I'm into Pearl. I'm into Kaya. All those jazz, all those things.
All those jazz.
All those jazz. Yeah.
All those jazz. Yeah. So kind of what you were saying. Sorry. To your point of what you were saying. It's kind of almost more important to focus on where your teammates at and how you can leverage what they're doing. Sometimes than it is like focusing on what you're doing and what the opponent's doing. Because a lot of times what happens is you get caught up in like, hey, there's this guy who I am hitting and he is hitting me and we are just going to keep hitting each other and they're going to keep hitting themselves over there. But sometimes it's more important to be like, hey, this guy's hitting me, but my teammate has the opportunity to get this really sweet 2v1 combo. So I'm going to just go over there and help that.
I do think it helps if we have synergy though, right? Like if all these people I'm just meeting for the first time, so hello. And I know I need to pay more attention. It's just really difficult. Sometimes you just feel good. You're like, look at me, I'm hitting somebody! Like that!
Sometimes hitting someone is very valuable. But yeah, to the point of having that synergy.
Nice, thank you, Mordex. Oh my god, you're yes.
Sorry, I was trying to figure out this FPS thing. I'm not seeing any frame rate drops. On literally any of the things. It might just be on Twitch's side. YouTube chat, I see y'all saying that we're not having frame drops, so it might just be a Twitch specific thing, which if so, it's really unfortunate, but I don't think we have much control over that. So sorry about that for all you Twitch viewers. But yeah, synergy. Having synergy, it kind of goes along with like having synergy with like a weapon or whatever, right? It's like having that consistency is very valuable. So the more that you play with a singular 2v2 partner, the more you're going to know their kind of habits as a player and as a teammate. So you'll know like, okay, if he hits me with a full combo, he's going to do the whole combo every single time. He's like, my teammate is the type of person who's not going to drop it because he just thinks that getting the extra damage on the opponent is more valuable. Or conversely, you have a teammate who's like, every single time they're coming near me, they're never going to attack if they think it's going to hit me. So they're going to be a lot more of a timid player. I need to know that, and so that I go for those openings.
Oh, I don't have any jumps left.
Opponent. Things like that. So unfortunately for Sheepie, she has to kind of figure those things out on the fly. But a big thing of note is, again, just like kind of keeping an eye on your teammate. Then you kind of get a feel for, okay, well, If they hit the opponent, they're going to put the opponent on a very predictable trajectory, and then you can get those kind of nice follow-ups and get that extra damage.
Oh, Mordex, I'm sorry. You know.
But yeah, now I'm back to answering your questions. Sheepie's busy trying to communicate to her Mordex teammate through the stream delay.
We are not doing I'm not doing well. Sorry, Mordex is doing great. I'm not doing well for this Mordex because Mordex has been following up on like some of the things that I've done and has been just dodging all my things really well. Oh god, I can't talk and play. Oh, thank you. Oh, see like that, Mordex! Look at that! He saw it was a trouble. I was like, let me just come in here real quick. And then look at me. Unfortunately I'm just poking him. It's horrible.
You're pretty even though.
It's not a good relationship.
Okay, so seeing a couple questions in the chat. Where's Cirrus? Cirrus is over at PAX South. A lot of the devs have gone to PAX South. That's in San Antonio for the weekend. So if you're in the San Antonio area, you are welcome to go and say hi. That's where Cirrus is. So that's why Sheepie is here hanging out for the time being.
No traps for you, Zol. None of that.
And then someone was asking, what's the best way to practice 2v1 combos or following up off your teammates? One thing that I see a lot of people do is they go into a custom lobby with their teammate with an extra controller. Jesus, girl.
Hey, I get really into it. I feel like Mordex was trying to save me from the Zol because we saw the Zol going to recover for me, and unfortunately Mordex also recovered and hit me, so
unfortunately.
You know.
But yeah, so going back to the whole 2v1 stuff, the way to practice it that I see work really well for a lot of people is going into a custom lobby, having like an extra controller there to be kind of a dead player, and then you and your teammate just practice inside of that space where you set it to like infinite stocks or 99 stocks, really long time, and just practice like, oh, they do a regular hit, what would I do off of a neutral? Okay, what can we do there? Things like that.
Can you turn friendly fire on for friendlies twos?
There's a very specific reason why we don't do that, and it's because you can queue by yourself in friendly 2v2s. If we had friendly fire on, then unfortunately it would open itself up to the potential for people to kind of troll. So as a general rule, it's kind of just like, hey, this is friendly 2v2s. If you want to have that ability to hit your teammate, then go into ranked 2v2s with someone that you can queue with.
You can make custom lobbies.
That's also an
where
option,
you
yeah.
turn on friendly fire, but who wants to carry me next? I wasn't joking when I said like, whoever is playing with me today is gonna really carry me hard because I have not been on that rank grind. So
yeah, you very rarely have time to play.
I'm horrendous. I know this already.
Someone was asking, what's the best way to get better in 1v1s? And that's kind of a very open-ended question, so it's hard to say specifically, but some good general tips are like making sure that you have your combos down so you're not dropping in very critical situations. Learning dodge reads is also very, very valuable, you know. Figuring out... Wow,
what?
that's a start.
Hello?
What? Learning your dodge reads so you can capitalize on your opponent's mistakes a lot bigger.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, this Artemis is going off.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Just, oh my goodness.
And then another good rule, like matches where you walk away, maybe you walk away upset, or you walk away and you're like, I think there's some stuff that I need to have done better in that match. Go back, watch the replay, because it's a lot harder to learn mid-match than it is to learn post-match, watching a replay and being like, oh, I'm seeing everything that I did wrong. Wow, why did I throw out a signature in that direction when they're way in the other direction? Things like that.
I can't believe I hit that. That was pure luck. So what happened was Artemis was like doing the thing, and then I did my sig. Okay, well Artemis did a string, right? And I came in with my neutral sig and actually hit it and just sent that Koji flying. It was like the perfect synergy that I don't even know how it existed, but it happened. Dude, Artemis.
Artemis is going on.
Artemis, look! Artemis is even dancing! Oh my gosh, right now.
Oh yeah, I saw someone in Twitch chat ask, what's the meta dev at PAX South? Well, the meta devs as a whole, it's yearly based, so it doesn't change from event to event. So every time we hit our World Championship, then you see what the new meta dev is. This year is meta dev Asuri. That's what was revealed at the World Championship, so that's what you're going to be able to get if you go to PAX South.
Woo! Yeah, meta dev Asuri is going to be at PAX South. And for this year, you know, whatever conventions or lands we're at, you're going to see meta dev Asuri. I'm sorry, Artemis, I failed you. I'm like trying, but this Wushan got us.
Guy in YouTube chat who is asking about the colors. I am not aware of that being a known glitch, but if you are having problems with it, feel free to report it to support@brawlhalla.com, and they can look more into whatever's going on with those colors that you're seeing. When do we give colors? Colors are given away over in Twitch chat. So feel free to hop over to Twitch chat and pro Brawlhalla bot roles from all the people in Twitch chat who are currently active, or not necessarily active, but who are logged in. That's the word I was trying to say.
Dude, this Artemis, thank you for carrying me, Senpai Takeshi. What a game.
Yeah, he went off, or they went off.
Went off.
Tips for ranked. Okay. A good tip for ranked is to just go in there and focus on getting better. Because a lot of times, people who queue ranked, their focus is on getting higher elo, and they're focused on this number, and they're just like, I want big number to feel good. As opposed to focusing on like, all right, maybe my number is not the best, but I know that I could be playing better. I know I could be hitting these combos cleaner, things like that.
Let me cut in real quick.
What's up?
So Sora, I'm jumping around a lot because I'm so afraid I'm gonna hit like my other teammate, and that's why I'm becoming an easy target. Someone was asking me if I'm a keyboard player. I actually can be a keyboard player now, but I still play on controller, and it's mostly a PS4 controller. And then Grave Rage, I will contact our support and see what's up. See if they can help you out.
Tips on reads and 2v2s. Reads are not drastically different in 2s than they are in 1s.
They have the OG, charge OG
cool.
colors.
Yeah. Reads are not that different in 2v2s than they are in 1v1s. But one thing to keep in mind is that if you're focusing on reads, just know that obviously there's going to be other people who could come break that up. So one thing that I see a lot is actually just kind of like expecting the read punish more so than anything else. So like rather than go for your scythe neutralite and then dodge read, instead you do like a neutralite and then you do a dodge to avoid the opponent coming in to mess up your dodge read, and then you go into your dodge read, things like that. But yeah, I'm reading every chat. Or not every chat, but I'm reading Twitch and YouTube. I promise. Twitchy Jor. If you're having issues, I'd recommend you contact support. Might take a little while to get there. Because there's only so many people working on support, but feel free to go there, and they are going to be the best people to help you out, because I unfortunately can't help you out.
I'm so sorry, Ragnar. I'm so sorry.
Hey, Nick, do you have... my current elo is plat right now. I get diamond every season, but right now I am plat, because once I get diamond, I stop, and then... season resets and I start to plat, and then yeah. All right, have you been good at staying near your teammate?
Nope. I'm doing full concentration right now.
Tips for blasters. Let's see here. X pivots tend to be a little bit more valuable for blasters. So that's the kind of like dash jump, and then you pivot your input to the other direction, right? So you do like a nair or a dare. Those can be very useful for blasters more so than you'll see on some other weapons. Another thing for blasters is being able to hit that recovery. Recovery tends to be like the biggest KO tool for blasters, or at least it was up until the most recent balance patch. We'll see what happens after the new changes. But being able to hit that recovery, down light chase dodge recovery, or just kind of like a fast fall recovery, very, very valuable. Thank you, Val Weezy, for the subscription. But then another person in YouTube chat also says spacing and movement is very important, which is very true because blasters has that dead zone.
I had to do that, Ragnar. You can keep talking. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep talking to
I know.
myself.
Sometimes you just start talking. I'm like, all right, I'll let you have your conversation with your teammate.
I mean, I can't really have a conversation with my teammate because it's gonna be delayed. Dude.
Yeah, I know. Our gauntlet's better now. William Seiben is asking. I actually don't remember the balance patch off the top of my head. I think it did some stuff that made gauntlets better, right? Like it had a nair stun increase. I think the overall end result was that a lot of strings are now tighter, so it's a lot harder to dodge out. They're still dodgeable as far as I understand. But
okay, but I'm
no!
That's okay. This is what happens, everyone. Let this be a teaching lesson. Don't get so excited when it's not over. But at least this guy has a 1v1 now. Well, I guess he could have had a 2v1 with me. But anyways, let that be a lesson on a stream.
Well, that happened.
Hey, sometimes it happens. It happens often. I know Sirs does it sometimes too. Don't even. Dude.
I thought you were better. You're supposed to be better than him.
No, we're in this. I told you, we're on the same level. I told you this.
Someone in Twitch chat was saying to teach her some strings. She actually knows a lot of strings. If you ever actually like sit and focus on her bow's pretty solid. She knows the bow strings and knows a lot of
down light, side light, neutral light, or down light, side light, down light.
I was really vouching for you, but you're so wrong.
Oh, am I? Yes. Anyways, the point is, I actually do know bow strings, but funny enough, it's all muscle memory.
Yeah.
So I have a hard time telling you what it is. Also, you're the one who taught me all this too.
Yeah. But it's you've been playing for a long time, so it's mostly like ingrained
it's just
stuff.
Literally muscle memory.
Yeah.
I could literally just be like, oh, I did something. That's what happens. But anyways, if you're just tuning in, you're like, what's up? What's going on? I'm a guest for today. I'm normally not on these streams. Cirrus is at PAX South right now, but if you are in that area or you're planning to go to PAX South, go say hi to him. Or say hi of all, like half of BMG is there. So go say hi to them. Get yourself a meta dev with Suri. And we're just playing some twos, ranked twos. Y'all can join and carry me. See how good you are at carrying me. That's pretty much the challenge for today. How good are you?
How well can you carry Sheepie?
How well can you carry me in ranked twos? But yeah, I'm really bad at not playing consistently.
Yeah, that's important.
That's true. I'm really bad
playing
at
consistently.
Yeah.
Both as a player and like actually just like straight up playing consistently.
Thank you, Cyber. This Ragnar.
They did.
Clap for Ragnar. Carried me. I think so far everyone has carried me, right? Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
kind of how it
clap
works.
your hand. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's actually really important.
You're gonna have to kick him
to play. I'm gonna give Cyber a chance, but I think it's really important to play consistently.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that when I used to play really, really consistently, I mean, I would be able to go up against you, right? If I was like high gold and you're already in plat, like you and I could actually like go at it together, and I wouldn't feel like I was a complete failure.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, this is why I think Cirrus and I are actually at the same level, because even though I've played longer and I have better muscle memory, I just don't practice as often. He practices like every day. Like that's not even a lie.
He does.
He
plays
literally plays every day and practices, and I'm like, huh. All right, we got this this colon? Are you playing?
Again, if you're asking questions about when things are coming to the game, that's not what the stream's about. The stream's about helping y'all get better. That's kind of our focus for these Friday streams. So if you have questions about that, I am super capable of answering those questions.
Yeah, so Grave Rage, sure. I'm glad that's your favorite Yumiko skin. As far as like, yeah, if today we're learning about Brawlhalla, ask Duc your questions about how to better your gameplay, maybe a certain legend, maybe fighting against a certain weapon, whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be relating to twos per se. And then any other questions? I mean, you got the Tuesday stream.
Yeah,
that's where we can answer those things.
Tuesday stream.
But today,
they'll answer any questions.
But today we like to usually focus on how to better your Brawlhalla gameplay because there are new players coming in all the time, right? So maybe someone in chat can help a new player out, or vice versa, right? Maybe there's two, longtime players who can help each other out on certain strategies and stuff. So,
someone was asking in Twitch chat about what's the best like 2v2 team? Like, what are the two best legends to play with? And I'll give you kind of my honest answer, which is that I don't think that there's such thing as like the optimum two best. As much as there's like some characters that might work better in different situations, but you have to understand like what works better for some people isn't necessarily going to work better for everyone. So in general, I will tell people to just play what they know, or play what they know, play like one of the weapons that they know with a slight modification, right? Bring in something like a spear, which is really good for setting up. Bring in something like an axe, which is great because it has a huge hitbox. Bring in something like a hammer because it just gets that extra damage and hits really hard.
That's good.
So that's kind of how I generally say, like, as far as like building your team comp goes. Characters that I see do really well. Thor tends to do pretty well. Brynn and Ragnar are some pretty popular 2v2 characters. But that's not to say that like Barasa's not playable, Vrax isn't playable. We've literally seen Mirage and Mordex be a comp. Like, it's what is comfortable for you can outweigh what is like meta. That's my opinion.
Not looking good. Okay. I am getting hit so hard. Oh my goodness.
See, I'm seeing in YouTube chat Raggy say that he likes bow in 2v2s because it's effective at punishing and attacking from a distance. And like I'm saying, whatever works for you. I'm not a fan of bow in 2v2s, mostly because I really like focusing on downlight with my bow, and sometimes there's not enough space to not hit my teammate. But whatever works. Grabs can be really cool in 2v2s because the way that grabs work. It'll prioritize the opponent if you hit your opponent and your teammate at the exact same time, which is why Scythe can be kind of cool, because if you hit an opponent and your teammate with a Nair, like, you'll only grab one of them. Same thing with like a bow Nair. So, yeah. And again, if I missed your question, feel free to ask it again. Don't be afraid of asking the same question a couple times.
Terrible! That was just frustrating.
Sorry.
I just made a lot of mistakes. That's all. I feel bad for the Ace Off because now, he's at a disadvantage because these two players, they're definitely not gold status. I don't even know how they got into this queue with us.
I mean, it's based on your teammate plus your opponents, or yours plus your teammates.
Yeah,
so
mine is silver. I think the BMG account is on silver. I didn't pay attention to what Ace Off was.
He's doing pretty well.
But these dudes were kicking my behind.
Is Cirrus a platinum? No, Cirrus is a gold player. He's like gold 2, I think was the last time I saw his elo. Yeah. I'm
sorry, Azoff, I failed you. But Azoff carried me, so that's what matters, right?
TZ Scorpish. You're saying I am a gold player, I'll go on a win streak, get my elo up, and then I'll get a platinum player that destroys me, and then I can't get out of gold. If you're in the high marks of an elo range, don't focus on like what that next elo range is, if that makes sense. Like, the difference between gold 5 and plat 1 is actually much smaller than you think it is, and honestly a lot of people tend to psych themselves out about it. So once you hit that gold 5, just be like, all right, it's another day of being gold 4. It's really not that much different. Just focus on outplaying your opponent. Focus on playing better as opposed to focusing on like, oh, he's a plat. There's no way I can beat this guy who's a plat. Like, people will psych themselves out. That's my 2 cents on it.
I was trying to decide if I should pick someone else. I'm just like, nah, just go back to what I know.
If you're having problems with the mobile beta, Pingu, I recommend sending a message to support. I think the Brawlhalla Discord is also another place. Sloshula has been helping people out on that.
So I would go to brawlhalla.com/mobile, and then if you're already signed up and in our beta, there's actually a Discord. We actually have a closed beta, like mobile Discord, where a lot of questions are answered there.
Emerald Axe on YouTube asks, how do I get better at Ragnar? Ragnar is interesting because Katars and Axe don't really play very similarly, so you kind of have to be aware of changing your mindset with the different weapons, right? With Axe, there's generally a focus of like these kind of big hitboxes, hitting that side light in there, and then finding the dodge read afterwards. Versus going over to Katars, then you're like constantly looking for that dodge read, opening them up with like a down light and saying, okay, are they going to panic dodge? Go for the gravity cancel neutral light. Go for the gravity cancel down light recovery. Things like that. So you kind of have to know about that different focus and play style. And the biggest thing is like when you're on Katars, you have to kind of play further out and then get on top of them and stick on top of them. Whereas Axe, you can afford that kind of 1-2 hit play style. So that's kind of the things to focus on, is like being able to switch between those 2 mentalities as you're playing. How to play against people who are parrying. If you're having trouble against someone who's playing a little bit more defensively, who's sitting further away, change up how you're opening them up. Change up your approaches. Dash side attack tends to work really well. If they tend to really pull back, dash side sig for a lot of characters can work really, really well. If they tend to jump as you approach, go in for a dash anti-air. Depends on your weapon of choice. Like for me, it'd be like Axe downlight, things like that. But that's ways to do it. Try going for a weapon toss, force out a dodge with that weapon toss, poke them with those weapon tosses, and then go for your opener. Just know like going 100 to 0, just constantly staying on top of them might not work as well, because obviously they're focusing on staying further away from them. Any tips on hammer in 2v2s? If you're playing with the hammer, focus on follow-ups a lot. Stomp's great because of the setups. You can use stomps to save your teammate if they're flying by, things like that. But focus on like getting those follow-ups, because hammer has some big follow-up potential. And then if you're playing against the hammer, play it normally. There isn't really a lot of difference between a 1v1 and a 2v2 when playing against a hammer. Edgeguarding tips. That's something that just comes with practice. At early levels, most people are going to panic and go for the wall, so just make sure you're covering the wall. Higher levels, they'll focus on...
You have my permission to just hit me.
Sitting further away or staying off the wall, things like that.
Yeah, you can just hit me. I don't care. Just, yep, keep doing it. Great. Perfect. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're fine.
I just noticed that Linfei is being very careful and not always hitting me, and I'm like, just do it. Just if you want to do your whole string, I need to be smart enough to know how to dodge out of it. Like, just do your whole thing on me.
Dark Side,
Sorry.
I see you responding to someone. I don't know what the full context of the question is, but I'll reiterate what Dark Side is saying for everyone else who's maybe not looking at YouTube chat. Downlight into neutral light is true on bow, which is a true statement from him, and it's a very good punish tool. So if your opponent is maybe they're Teros and they're doing axe down 6 constantly, when they whiff, you can be farther away and then hit that bow downlight because it reaches so far, and then that goes straight into a neutral light. Great for damage. Follow up that neutral light with like a recovery at low damage, or just kind of keep juggling them with those neutral lights. Or, depending on how you feel, maybe just go for the downlight into a recovery, downlight into a side air, things like that. There's a lot you can do off of downlight, but bow downlight's great for punishing people.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't kill this Linfei. Thank you! Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. That near the end, I'm I'm not gonna lie, near the end I was like panicking. So as you know, we do, when people panic, they do a lot of
start making mistakes.
Yeah, you just start making mistakes and throwing out a lot of SIGs. And so that's what I was doing. And I was super panicking, and I was so afraid that I was gonna kill that Lin Fei because I was close. I was very close to ruining that Lin Fei, but we did it! It's awesome. Crisp? Is this a Crisp in chat right now? Crisp.
I don't know. There's a lot of people in chat.
No, I'll recognize the name.
I think the name Crisp sounds familiar.
Is you in Twitch chat? Is this you? Are you playing with me? When was BMG created and by who? Well, BMG was created by two wonderful co-founders, Matt Woomer and Lincoln Hamilton, better known as Matterhorn or Tivris. Okay, so that's their anyways. So Matterhorn and Tivris, they're the co-founders, and they made Blue Mammoth long time ago, 2014, 20 something. I'm probably getting that date wrong.
Before we were born.
Oh wait, whoa, what?
Yeah, so a way long time ago.
Not before we were born, but it's been a few years.
Yeah,
they were the ones who started. Wait, is this actually? Wait,
he hasn't said anything. He might just be ready to play. No.
Oh, okay.
People are adding him though. So yeah, basically the short is that a long time ago, Blue Mammoth Games was founded. Honestly, I think a lot of this information is over at bluemammothgames.com, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is.
And it was founded. They had a couple of games here and there, and then they created Brawlhalla, and that's.
I didn't catch your advice, whoever is saying it. I don't know. I know Crisp. This person is like Plat, which I'm happy to be carried. I don't know what the advice was, so Duke, you're going to have to catch it for me because we're going to get started.
I don't know. There's a lot of questions that I'm trying to get to.
But Blue Mammoth Games was created a while back, and I think there's information on it on bluemammoth.com. But the first game they created was Dungeon Blitz, not Brawlhalla. I think you said Brawlhalla.
No, I said they made a couple games, and then they made Brawlhalla, and that's...
My bad.
They made Dungeon Blitz. I want to say they made some other games, but Dungeon Blitz was kind of like their most known before Brawlhalla. I had someone in chat asking, why can I play Axe but I can't play Scythe? And the truth of the matter is that those weapons don't play very similarly at all. Axe, you get away with those 1 or 2 hits, and you're good. You can maybe get a dodge read off the Nair. You're good. Scythe is 100% about getting those dodge reads. You're trying to open them up, trying to force out those dodge reads, and then once they start getting predictable with their dodges, they're always going to dodge away, or they're always going to spot dodge, or they're always going to dodge in on you.
That was clean.
That's when you start going for those big plays afterwards, right? So you do like a neutral light, and then see how they're going to dodge. Just keep poking them for like the first stock, and see how they dodge. Then stock 2 and stock 3, that's when you do the nutty stuff, going for those big plays.
All right, Chris, it's up to you now because we're playing against people that are beyond me, for sure.
R2 Savvy in YouTube is asking if we are the creators of Brawlhalla. No, we're not creators of Brawlhalla, but the both of us are developers on the game.
Yeah, so I'm trying to understand your question. We aren't the co-founders. And we weren't the ones who first started Brawlhalla. But yeah, we currently work on Brawlhalla. We are developers. Yes. So you're asking, do you work for Blue Mammoth Games and help create Brawlhalla? Yes. If you're asking, are y'all the co-founders? No, unfortunately not.
I saw someone in Twitch chat ask me, is it better to be aggressive or defensive with hammer? Honest answer is... There's no weapon that's going to always be better to be aggressive with or to be better to be defensive with.
This hurts.
It's literally just a matter of the situation and who you're playing against. There's going to be times where putting that pressure onto your opponents is going to be the big thing. Knowing that your opponent is always going to panic dodge and being able to completely destroy them for that, that is going to be huge. Conversely, if your opponent is going to be the kind of opponent who just like always walks straight at you and is like, all right, I can sit back here, and if you're going to keep coming at me in the very obvious manner, then I can just hit you with a downlight combo every single time.
I'm not going to make it.
Then you're good to go.
Man, these people stomped on us because, you know, they're in plat probably.
That was a big
they whooped us. Let's be real. They whooped us. I'm sorry, Chris. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible teammate. I did not help you out. I'm sorry, Chris. Please don't be mad. Chris 001?
Why are you screaming?
Was that you?
Oh my goodness.
I'm so sorry, Chris. Why am I screaming? Because I want to know if Chris was in here, and if he was playing with me, I feel really bad.
He's not in here anymore.
I feel bad that I disappointed Chris.
It's okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry, Chris. But that Artemis and Diana, good job. They were definitely on another level and had a lot more.
Oh, he says his PC froze at the loading screen.
Oh, they had a lot more synergy than I did.
That's unfortunate. Raggy talking about improving movement, but people don't often explain much more than that. They just say, hey, get better at movement. And so my answer to you is there's actually a video that Noelle put out a couple months back that I thought was really good. It talks about using dashing and then practicing like your jump and then movement inside of your jump on like shipwrecks. So practicing like going from post to post, just jumping, just getting that precision of movement down. But things like being able to confidently and comfortably use dashes, not just like to traverse huge spaces, but to get those like minor movements is going to be things that you should practice. And you can kind of practice it in training mode. Set the bot to react with like a neutralite every single time, then you hit him, and then you know he's going to neutralite, so you can practice your movement on side of that, things like that.
Yeah, I need to practice my movement as well. So will you guys implement the new cannon? It seems really consistent now. Don't know yet. Right now,
we're still getting feedback.
Yeah, so right now we have a new test feature. It's a cannon rework on the neutralite, sidelight, and down air. And right now it's in experimental queue, but you can also play in custom lobbies and turn test features on so to experience it yourself. But anyways, my point being is that it's in test features right now. It's in experimental queue. Tell us how you feel about it. If a lot of folks have some feedback on it and maybe it's really positive, yeah, maybe we might implement it. But it takes a lot of back and forth. Does that make sense? We want to see if y'all enjoy it, and it needs to be out there for some time. It can't just happen within like bam, 2 weeks have passed, we're put it in. No, it needs to develop, right? And then we'll go back and forth with what the community is saying, what y'all are saying. We'll take that feedback, we'll do some iterations here, maybe make a little updates on it, little tweaks on it the next time around. It's going to be a lot of back and forth before there's a final answer, so who knows? It really depends on how y'all feel about that new test feature. So y'all should just go experimental queue, just check it out. I'm waiting on Frostbite to choose a legend, so I'm not really sure what to do here.
Just try locking in and see.
I've locked in.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah, we're just waiting on Frostbite. But Frostbite, I would like for you to carry me and play with me in twos, but if you don't lock in anytime soon, I'm going to have to...
Yeah, because this is going to be our last game, probably.
Yeah.
But to that point about the cannon, the best place to give your feedback, add us on Twitter, go on to the Discord.
Yep.
Those are two
Reddit.
great places. Yeah, Reddit also. Great places to put those feedback, because if you put it in Twitch chat, it is going to get lost in Twitch chat, unfortunately.
Wait, Frostbite, are you the one that's saying that you're locked? As in, like, you can't... you
might have
move?
to kick him.
Do I actually have to kick you?
It might just be bugged.
I
don't know what happened.
Oh, cannot do... Oh, no, I have to kick you?
Okay.
I don't like doing that.
He's literally telling you you have to.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, we got
this guy worked.
We got sad memes
Sad
now.
meme kids.
I'm sorry, Frostbite. I'm sorry that you couldn't do anything. All right, but this is probably our last ranked twos game.
Yeah.
Today was all about carrying Sheepie. How
How?
can you carry Sheepie in ranked twos?
I mean, I gave you some 2v2 tips. You got to be close to your teammate, be able to follow up.
I know, and
but
I'm just
it's
bad.
harder to...
I'm bad at implementing
hard to
those
implement.
things,
That's fair.
especially right on the spot. Like
Yeah,
right on the
I
spot,
get it.
implement those. It takes practice.
Yeah,
You know what I
know.
mean?
That's fair.
Y'all know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
Tips for playing against Spear. You always get hit by sidelight downlight. Dodge. Sidelight downlight is not true, so just dodge. Change up how you're dodging. That's a really big thing. If you're always spot dodge after the satellite, then at higher levels they're going to adjust to that and change up their timings. But just make sure you're dodging out, avoiding that follow-up downlight, because you have that opportunity. You can even practice jumping out of it. but just make sure you get out of it because side light, down light is not true on speed.
Man, they're really going deep. I don't know what's going on with Wushang in the 8. Oh, there
unfortunate.
You go. That's what's happening. I was like, something's going on with the Wushang. It's looking a little iffy. I feel bad. I'm sorry. But we're gonna have to take those. Like, I'm sorry. But what if this bot beats me?
Wow.
Look, I'm not ashamed to say I'm bad.
Asuri tips for off stage. Gravity cancel neutral signature is real good. Don't abuse it because you'll get predictable. Honestly, like a lot of times you can really see when someone's like, oh, I'm going to get at the angle perfectly for the neutral signature. And that's when you're just like, all right, this guy's trying to get at this low angle. I'm just going to jump over him and leave, like hit him with a weapon toss. GG easy. Yeah, the gravity cancel neutral signatures can be really strong, but honestly, like one thing that I don't think happens a lot in like plat and lower is like side air.
No, wait, that's not full.
Side air on both weapons can be real good.
Okay, I feel bad.
That one doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I'm sorry, Ada, you lost your teammate. I'm sorry, Ghost Raven, you lost your teammate. Good job, sad meme kids. What's up? Cause let's be real, we take those. Yeah. But I do feel bad.
Yeah.
Do you think we have time for one more? We gotta do big away. All right, one more. We'll do one more, and then we'll do a big away. Thank you, Sad Memes, for playing with me. I don't know if you're in chat, but thank you. Appreciate you. You had some cool spear strings. Because you were able to do them. Because I sometimes can't do that. All right, HTZ target.
I see Raggy in YouTube chat asking, I have a habit of changing around the legends I pick after I lose a match. Is that bad? Yes. Not inherently, like it's not bad to change characters, but what your statement indicates to me is that you're blaming the character for your loss more than you're blaming a misplay. Losses are going to happen, and it's better to focus on learning from that loss than to say, oh, you know what, it's because I didn't have Taro's side signature, that's why I lost, things like that. So it's not inherently wrong to change up your characters. Like, having a large pool of characters that you can play is good, but you should be focusing on what did you do wrong in that game more than focusing on what character did you have wrong. Does that make sense?
I think that's really good advice.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid. And you'll notice that for honestly like a lot of different other games too. Like let's say we play other fighting games, you'll notice that in a lot of different fighting games too. You gotta focus on like what could I have done better with the character I was playing with.
How do you enter the big away? You'll get that answer later.
Yeah, because we're gonna do it after this.
We'll tell everyone, and then everyone will have that opportunity.
We'll do it after this.
Yeah.
Let me get carried one more time. Don't hurt me, I'm a pearl. I'm so precious.
As far as playing with those goes, this is probably our last game of the day. But usually it's just kind of, we give the lobby number. It'll be at the top of like that open lobby area. And then it's first come, first serve. Make sure that we rotate out. Generally, Tuesdays are a lot better opportunities to play with devs, just because we'll do like bigger lobbies. Sometimes we'll do like 8-mans, or we'll just have like this rotating queue of 4-mans, things like that. So
nice.
Tuesdays are going to be your better bet, but it's usually just like first come, first serve, rotate out after a game. Tips on getting to plat. Usually golden under, you're missing a fundamental. You don't understand dashes, you don't understand getting back to the stage with your dodge, you're burning all your stuff before you get close to the stage. You're not hitting your combos, you're panic dodging in the same direction every single time.
That's me.
That's usually golden under. Once you get all those things cleaned up, then you start working on getting into plat, which if you can get all those things, then you probably get high gold. If you get to that high gold area, maybe one other thing to add into your gameplay is like trying to get some dodge reads into your gameplay, or trying to get like really good at offstage. Like having that one thing that like kind of makes you a step higher. Or just having a really strong neutral game. Honestly, you can get plat with a really strong neutral game. It's just like keep working on, honestly, any of those things, but just keep working on yourself, working on your positioning, focus on rewatching your replays, things like that. In Twitch chat, someone's asking what days do we stream? We stream our developer streams Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Thursdays, we host community members. So if you stream on Thursdays, let us know, tweet at us or something. And if we like what we see, maybe we'll host you for that day. This week we hosted Kui.
Yeah.
That's who we hosted yesterday. Then on the weekends, once esports starts kicking up again, usually we have a stream on the weekends of our just like, hey, here's this championship, or here's this offline event that's going on, things like that. Those are kind of our general streams.
We're being so polite. We're not like bullying him. We could easily just like bully him if we want, but we're just like, okay, it's okay. It's okay, little Asuri.
I saw one person in Twitch chat ask, what secondary weapon should I have with my scythe? And that I'm plat. And so my answer to you is honestly, like, if you're plat and you have scythe, and it sounds like you probably have a decent pool of scythe characters that you can play, you should try just finding like a character whose signatures you like, and then seeing if that secondary weapon works really well for you. Or try out some, Mordex and Fate are pretty popular right now amongst the scythe players that I see. So you can try those characters out, see how they fit your play style.
Okay, it's big away time.
Yes, big away.
So thank you. I forgot. Wait, who is it? HTZ Target?
I don't know.
The last person who played with me.
Barking up the wrong tree on that one.
Thank you so much for playing with me. Thank you to everyone who played some ranked 2s with me.
And everyone who watched.
Y'all all carried me. It was great.
Yeah.
We're going to do the big away
Fantastico.
now. And so pretty much what that means is...
What does it mean?
If you are watching on other platforms, please join us on twitch.tv/Brawlhalla.
What was the link?
Twitch.tv/Brawlhalla.
Sorry, can you spell that out?
Oh my gosh, I need you to calm down. So if you're watching on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, come over to twitch.tv/Brawlhalla.
Still not spelling for me, just for the record.
Anyways, that's where we're going to do the big away. And if you are here, you're going to have... What's the keyword to type?
I don't know. What are you feeling?
People wanted to say #new canon.
Yeah, but see, now that they are all thinking that, I think that's too obvious.
Wait,
so we gotta...
you don't have like Moobot on,
No,
right?
there's nothing. It's literally just people saying a thing.
Oh. Well, whatever, then Duke, you get to choose whatever you want it to be. But please, everyone, join us on twitch.tv/Brawlhalla. Type in this keyword, which apparently is #Sheepie. That's it.
Yep, we'll just
so
keep
that you can
keep it simple. #Sheepie to enter the giveaway. And this is going to be our big away. The way that it works is once people have entered into this big away, we'll roll from all these people. And after the stream, we'll have to manually whisper that the winners a cosmetic item of our choice, as well as community colors.
This is correct.
If you won via Pro Brawlhalla, I don't know.
This is not... You want to
refresh it?
Let's refresh it. I want everyone to keep on typing #Sheepie. Though we need to refresh this because it wasn't adding y'all, and that's not cool. We need to add y'all. Make it a keyword.
It tends to...
And then let's put #Sheepie again.
Oh, I spelled Sheepie wrong. There you go.
Same thing though. If you're watching on a different platform, come join us on twitch.tv/Brawlhalla to join into this giveaway and type #Sheepie. If you win, you'll get a cosmetic item, an in-game cosmetic
some sort
item.
Of cosmetic item.
Don't know what that is yet, but it could be a taunt, a skin, whatever, and then also community colors.
If you're posting it in YouTube chat, Periscope, Steam chat, wherever, does nothing. Go over to twitch.tv/Brawlhalla, twitch.tv/BRAWLHALLA, and type in #Sheepie.
We're still trying to figure out how to incorporate the big giveaway in other streaming platforms like YouTube and Facebook and whatever, and we haven't figured out a way yet. So if you do want to participate in this big giveaway, for now, come over to twitch.tv/Brawlhalla. So sorry about that. We're still investigating. But we're going to wait a little bit to let all these folks join in. I appreciate all of y'all for playing with me and watching and stuff. I appreciate getting carried. I mean, who doesn't?
You're not supposed to get a whisper if you are entered or anything like that. You're entered. That's the answer. For those of you who are like, why is nothing happening?
How does one get into these matches and tourneys? Okay, those are two different questions. If you want to play matches with the devs, you get a lot of those opportunities on Tuesdays. Our Tuesday streams at 1 p.m.
Okay.
So if you want to play with a dev, that's answer number one. If you're talking about tournaments, usually you can find all that information on smash.gg/Brawlhalla. We have yet to announce our schedule for this year,
correct.
But once it is announced,
some things have been announced.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like,
CEO Dreamland,
Combo Breaker, yes, but that's where you could register for those kind of like in-person tournaments.
And yeah, you will have to go there in person to compete. And we highly recommend it.
We also have like online tournaments too, but more on that. And that's the esports stream at 5 p.m. on Mondays.
Just happen.
Woo!
Keep in mind this Monday might be canceled because our esports team is.
Or you and Taza can do it.
Spoiler alert: our esports team is canceled.
Oh. Okay. Is it really? No one told me.
Yeah, it's canceled. Surprise.
Oh.
Surprise.
Okay, but the point being is that we usually have our information on esports tournaments, things like that, power rankings. That information is usually talked about on Mondays at 5 p.m. because that's our Monday esports dev stream. But you can find that information on smash.gg/Brawlhalla.
All right, let's roll this.
Yeah, we're ready, right? So focused.
We're just gonna do this.
Ooh, you don't even let them say anything?
Well, because they had to enter already.
Oh my goodness.
Does that work?
Dude, you're so nice.
I know.
I usually make people say something.
I'm a generous person. It helps me rapid fire this a lot easier.
I'm just like, I know people need to say things.
And I always feel bad, like when I sit here and like if it hits a minute and they haven't said anything, I'm like, but you entered by saying something. So I always feel bad when that happens.
Well, you're very nice.
Yeah.
Everyone, tell Duc he's a nice person. Duc,
it's hard to.
You're doing a good job. All right, so we got a lot of people here winning. If you happen to win a big giveaway, like you're seeing your name being highlighted and copy pasted over here, then you're gonna receive a Twitch whisper at the end of stream, but give it like 10-15 minutes because we manually give those out to y'all. All right, so give it a little bit.
I think I double clicked. Roll it.
Did you miss someone?
I might have missed someone. I apologize to whoever I just accidentally rolled over. My bad. If somebody can get me a screenshot of it or like a clip of it, then I'll whisper that person.
Oh no. Okay. Sorry about that.
Apologies. I was trying to rapid fire a little too fast. All right. Is that enough? I think that's plenty.
Yeah, that's all you, man.
Yeah, I got it. All right. So the list. So focused. Gasha Elite, Black Sifra, Gregorio, Brian Washier, Nino SFL, Zamp SGG, Heupfords, Strongest Spirit, U-Wheel, Byam Petera 02, and Frap 1336. You will all get whispers after this stream. But that's it for us for our Friday stream. Again, our stream schedule.
Yes, our stream schedule is Monday is our esports dev stream at 5 p.m. Eastern time. That's where you can learn about the latest upcoming tournaments, about power rankings and more. Tuesday, we also have a dev stream at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's where we like to usually like hang out with y'all, the community, and answer any of your questions about what's coming in future patches or what can we look forward to, or just, you know, have fun and play trivia and maybe spin some ideas or whatever. And sometimes we like to show off what is coming in the next patches. Thursday, we actually like to host someone in the community, so if you happen to be a streamer on Twitch, start streaming around 5 p.m. Eastern time. That's usually when we look for.
Usually do it like Honestly, 4:15 is
okay.
Like you want to be there so that
That's
we can
true.
look for you and find you. If you start at exactly 5, there's a decent chance that we'll be like, oh, we already found someone. So start streaming like 4, maybe 4:15, and then, yeah, maybe we'll pick you next Thursday.
Yeah. So, okay. So yeah. So pretty much Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern time is when we like to host someone.
Yes.
And then Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, it's the Learn Brawlhalla stream. Honestly, it's what I like to call it, or play a dev stream or whatever. But it's pretty much this kind of stream. It's usually with Duc and Suris, and y'all are learning how to better
focused, we got you. Sorry.
It's how
he's panicking.
Oh, that's fine. That's how you can learn how to better your Brawlhalla gameplay. Yeah, so focused, we didn't forget you. You were literally on the
We
list.
got you. There's someone else that happened later where I double tapped to roll it, and I might have missed someone's name. So if someone has that, then that's awesome. If you're wondering about where to get this, check out Egg Soup. This is Egg Soup merch.
These are Egg Soup merch. Yeah.
Anyways, that's it for the Friday stream. Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day and weekend, and we outie.